Doing throwdowns is one of the best things Throwdowns are so exciting because we get to see a versatility of several different kinds of grills. And today, in my backyard, I'm gonna be using the pit barrel cooker and the Primo large round ceramic grill, which I'll be turning into a smoker. And we're gonna be cooking up some smoked salmon on both of these grills, and we're gonna taste which one makes it better. Let's get started. I went to the grocery store and I got this beautiful full salmon fillet from Chile that's never been frozen, so it is fresh. Now this is just part of it. I've already gone and filleted them, cut it down to size a little bit, and we're gonna be doing 2 pieces on each one. Now I'm not using a cedar plank or anything like that. I'm putting it right on the grill, scales down. But before we do that, I'm gonna brine this salmon fillet, and we're gonna be making that brine first, and we're gonna let it sit for maybe 4 hours. To make the brine is really simple. We're just using 3 ingredients: water, salt, and maple syrup. So I got 3 cups of water in this bowl right here, and then I have half a cup of salt right here, and I'm gonna mix that in until the salt dissolves, and then we're gonna mix in the maple syrup as well. Next, I'm gonna put in some bourbon barrel-aged crown maple syrup from Canada. This stuff is legit. And we're just gonna mix that in, and you can see that there's already some translucency to the water already, which means the salt's dissolved pretty good. So we're gonna do about 1/4 cup of that. Of course, I'm not measuring properly here. And then we're gonna mix it back in until it gets a nice, consistent color and mixture. So I'm gonna take these beautiful salmon fillets here and I'm gonna stick them in this dish, and then we're gonna pour the brine over it and stick it in the fridge for just a few hours. So we're gonna cover it, put it in the fridge for about 4 hours and let it brine. And during that time, we're going to also prep some asparagus, some long grain wild rice as well. That's gonna go perfect and make this plate look beautiful at the end of this cook. Inside, we're finishing up prepping the food, and I'm going to go ahead and get our grills up to temp. The temperature we're aiming for is 275 today. So I've got my Grill Blazer grill gun. This is gonna take real quick. We're gonna fire up the Primo, and then we'll fire up the pit barrel. So I've got the chimney started up thanks to the Grill Blazer grill gun. We're just gonna take this off and then come check out inside here. We're just gonna dump this right on top. Just like that. Now the pit barrel is gonna take a little bit longer to come up to temperature. So we're just gonna put that grate back in. We're gonna put the rods in and close the lid, and it should take maybe 30-ish minutes. And during that time, the salmon is gonna come up to room temperature because we don't want to grill cold salmon or smoke cold salmon. So we're gonna bring that up to room temperature in that brine. The salmon fillets have been brining for about 4 hours. I'm gonna dump that brine out into the sink, and then we're gonna wash it off and pat it dry. Place it on here. We're gonna be smoking some asparagus with it that's wrapped in bacon, which is pretty cool. And something different I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a bed of lemon slices, and we're gonna put that across the grate and sit the salmon right on top of it. I don't know if it's gonna work, but hey, we're gonna try it. We patted them dry. I have 5 fillets here. I'm only gonna be cooking 4, so I'm gonna pick the 4 best ones that I think look the best and are gonna be able to compare easily. And I'm gonna be using some Smoky Dust Hen and Fin Rub to just season this, because it's been brining for, I don't know, 4 hours. And with the typical brine, I would be doing it maybe 24 hours even, but because today is Sunday and there's work day tomorrow, I wanted to make sure that I could get this video in. So 4 hours I felt was long enough. These are up to room temperature, and we're just gonna do a little seasoning. I'm gonna take these salmon fillets and I'm gonna put them on the pit barrel first. So this thing, I've checked it, is running at right around 275, which is what it typically runs at. Now, I'm gonna put this on a bed of some fresh organic lemons that I sliced up not long ago, and we're just gonna lay those across the grill here. Come on inside, let me show you. Just like this. Some of the acid from the juices are gonna roll down, hit that, create kind of a vortex and steam effect. Should be pretty good. And when I'm done with this, we'll check out and see how it looks and put the salmon on. The 2 salmon fillets, you can see that they're both evenly seasoned and they still have the skin on. So we're gonna put it skin side down right over the lemons, just like that. Now, we're gonna let it cook for hopefully about 30 minutes, but I'm just gonna check the internal till about 125, 130. That's kind of a medium rare when it comes to the salmon, and then we're gonna let it rest for about 5 minutes. So that way it comes out flaky and beautiful. So I've got the Primo running at 275 also. Like I said, that's the temp we're going for today. So I've got my smoking stone in place. I've got the grate right here. We're gonna do the lemon bed again right over the smoking stone, and we're going to cook the salmon on it the same way at the same temperature to get a nice, good comparison cook. Hopefully getting a similar result, but maybe a different taste between the 2 grills. All the salmon is on both grills now, cooking at the same temperature, right around that 275 mark, and we're going for an internal temperature. I'm gonna do that through editing. It's gonna say 125 to 130, somewhere over here, kind of like Vanna White, only she's a lot prettier and I'm uglier and fatter. But through that, we're hoping to get some great results in these salmon. Good color, nice flavor, good smoke taste to it, and we're just gonna see what happens. I love these comparison videos. I just checked the temperature of the salmon fillets. They are hitting right at 125. So the timing was perfect. Took about 25 or 30 minutes. So come take a look. Let me show you what we're dealing with here. Probably doesn't look much different than what you saw when I put them on, but we're going to use our fish spatula here to get it off, and then we're gonna lay it on there. We're gonna plate them. They're gonna look beautiful in the end. It looks like our asparagus smoked pretty well, smoked pretty good as well. We got some good color on that, so we're gonna put that on here as well. And let's take it inside, let it rest for the next 5 minutes. So they've rested about 5 minutes, and we have 2 different plates that almost look identical. So come around. This one was cooked on the pit barrel cooker. Now we can see that there is a lot of flakiness and tenderness and juiciness to this salmon fillet. And the next one, this was cooked on the Primo right here. And again, we're seeing a lot of that flakiness to it and tenderness and juiciness to it as well. So I'm gonna take a bite of each of these, and we're gonna do a kind of a little taste test, and maybe I'll get, you know, the person behind the camera there to take a bite as well, and we'll see if we can do a comparison and see which tastes better. This is the one from the pit barrel cooker first. Very tender. It's got a good smoke profile to it. Man, that just melted in my mouth. Now let's try the one from the Primo. And this is the one from the Primo, right here. Drop both of these. The main differences between the two. First of all, the one from the pit barrel cooker had a much better smoke profile. The one from the Primo was a little bit more moist, a little bit more tender. Me personally, I like a little bit more of the smoke profile than necessarily the tenderness. They both came out flaky. They both look incredible. They're both gonna be gone in the end, but my vote is gonna be the pit barrel cooker one because I just like that smoke profile a little bit better, and maybe because I didn't put any smoking wood in either of them, but this cooked directly over the fire versus the Primo one cooking over the heat deflector plate. That might have been the reason that it didn't absorb as much smoke. Again, they cooked at 275 for the same time. Both came out at the same time, rested, but either way, these are gonna be delicious and they're gonna be gone here pretty soon. So let me know your thoughts. We'll post the recipes for these in the bottom in the comments below, and tell me which one you think looked better. If you've done something like this, which one did you think tasted better? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this video, my page, my YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter. I'm all over the place. Heck, I'm even on Parlor now, whatever that is. So we'll see you next time.